Okay, so I just thought I'd do a little video. Here I am at my addiction, vert skating. I get vertigo, it terrifies me, but I'm trying to explain that love. So this is the backwards ramp, Hugh Gurney's ramp, sort of secret location, but not really. And I've just swept the ramp, all the leaves off the ramp, which is, I always think, good karma before I start a session. And then I'll do a little warm-up and a stretch, and we'll see how we get on. Every time I drive here, which is about an hour and 10 minutes drive, hour-ish, I always think of what I'm going to do. It never transpires to what I'm going to do. Everything works in my driving. I land the biggest airs, I get at least 2 more lip tricks. I start skating frontside better because I'm terrible frontside. But then I get here and I'm reminded how enormous this thing is. But anyway, there we are. I've swept the ramp. It's good karma. Let's see how today goes. Gaffer tape. I have various terrible skate shoes. When you're a not great 49-year-old vert skater, knee slides are possibly, maybe I should say I'm going knee sliding rather than skateboarding, as that is a lot of what goes down. And gaffer tape can save your laces to a certain extent, and you know, prolong the life of your cheap airwalks. Yeah, they still make airwalks. It can prolong the life a little. So fresh set of gaffer. Although I'm going to land things today, so you know, hopefully this won't go on too much. Over the laces, and we'll do the rest when they're on my feet, you see, when the laces are tight. Check insert. Can you hear that? Yeah, gotta warm them bad boys up. Lots of stretching will happen. T-bands. Oh, my absolutely shredded hamstrings. Oh, could you know, do a whole video on this shit, but ha. What is that, the hip flexors? Is that what I'm doing there? I don't know. Seems to help a bit. Okay. I'll get some skating eventually. Okay, another truth about old skaters. Muscle rub. I just put a little bit on the main offenders. Just a little bit of this incredible doTERRA deep blue shit. My wife told me about it. I was so skeptical. All this, you know, essential oil stuff. I was like, yeah, fucking hell, this stuff's potent. Put a little dash on, like, your ankles, and they stay warm, and warm is a good thing. I have a torn hamstring injury. It's not torn right now, but it feels it. So a little bit of heat on that is no bad thing. And my hip is crap, so a little bit of that doesn't hurt. Okay, here's my other secret weapons. Look at that, it's a terrible leg shot. Hip pads, knee gaskets under the pads, just a little bit of extra cushioning, and it do the laces up in such a way that the the knot is off to the side, not straight down the middle. You see where the tongue is worn away, that's where the knee slide happens. So I put the knot just to the side of it. This is all the shit that could be boring people to death as we speak. And I'm gonna put more tape on in a minute over those laces. Looking cool is quite literally not on the agenda, luckily. Prolonging the life of things is all it's about, including my own life. Okay. Weirdly, I have a weird superstition of, it says left on one and right on the other. Where's the left, I think? L for left. I put it on my left knee normally, but I alternate. I'm putting it on my right knee today. Don't ask me what that fucking superstition's about, or if it's any use to me, because the answer is no. This shit's scary enough without superstition, and I've still developed a couple. People have all sorts of weird skate superstitions I've seen. You know, doing little weird things with their board before they drop in. You know, if they're religious, I'm sure they probably cross themselves. They have warm-up superstitions. Lots of us have that. I have that. I warm up on the ramp without dropping in a couple of times and just carve around, little cess slide, and then I just do a couple of drop-ins and cross over. Okay, we're going to tape these boots up now. Right, so we just put a bit of tape over the laces. Couple of coats. Looks like it might rain, so this may all be entirely futile. But fuck it, give it a go. If anyone would like to sponsor me from the duct tape world, I'd be very open to that. My channel has, goodness, nearly 100 people watching it sometimes. I mean, if that doesn't get your advertising execs excited, I don't know what will. Okay, look at that, space boots. And then these detachable, washable sweat saver things on the 888 helmets. Thank God for them, because there's a lot of sweat, and they can be replaced mid-session. I have another set, and probably more importantly, they can be washed, so we don't end up with kind of skater herpes around the forehead. So that's a good thing. I get really scared watching all the incredible skaters skating with no helmets. It seems to be a bit of a vogue at the moment, and I don't want skating to be political, so each to their own, but sooner or later I think someone is going to die hitting their head. I'm sure they have already in the history of skateboarding, I don't know, please put it in the comments, but someone is going to die in a big way at some kind of public event if they're skating, you know, 14-foot ramps or concrete bowls without a helmet. It's going to happen. So I don't want to die. I've got kids I'd like to see grow a little older, and I think it'd be ace if people wore just helmets and knee pads, man. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna have to warm up now. It's gonna have to happen. Okay, I'm the idiot who didn't bring either a GoPro or a camera stand, so you can only see a bit of one wall at the moment till Hugh gets here maybe to film some bits. So this is, having said helmet, I'm skating with no helmet for the warm-up. I will put it on in a minute. This is just to say hello to the skateboard. Various things. Get down low. knackered already. Okay, during my warm-up, I'm actually trying to do something. Because I grew up skating mini ramps so much, I stand really tall. You can basically stand fully straight-legged on a mini ramp and get away with everything. But here you need to compress, and I always think I'm bending down on a vert ramp, and then I watch a video back and I look like a fucking praying mantis. So what I'm trying to do is make my resting up my up spot. When I'm up, I don't want it to be straight-legged. I want my up to be here and my down to be really down. At the moment, I'm like down. Hey, I think I'm really low, and then I'm up, and I'm fucking straight-legged, and it's not working. So I want to go down and up. This is my up. So let's see if I can do that. Whoa! That was starting to happen. Starting to happen. It's noticeably faster like that. Okay, elbow pads and helmet on, and then I do a couple of drop-ins. I just cross and pop out each side just to say hello to drop-in speed. Yeah, you don't want to overthink this shit. This is where the vertigo is alive and well. Just going over. Okay, that was really instructive, because I could see watching that video back how my legs are still pretty fucking straight. So I'm going to try a drop in where I touch the coping as I go in and get lower, and then my flat bottom, which you won't be able to see properly here because I didn't bring a stand, and try not to be vertical. I'm just going to do some kick turns, but on the drop in I want to get lower. So let's try for that. Okay, I'll leave this going, but I'm going to change the focus. There we go. Elusive backside air. The leaves, they are falling. I don't know how many leaves it takes to make you die. Stuck under the wheel. Very high speed. Low pace. Putting some real good sweeping karma. Okay, So now I start for confidence, trying to tick off the few little tricks I've got. I tend to start with a rock and roll, which on a good day I can make. The video is how it is. I'll try and do one on this wall. Here we go. We had a rock and roll and a terrible tiddler backside there. But I'm going to watch that back, see what's going on. And I suspect I'm standing up straight like a praying mantis again. Okay, yet again, that was really instructive. Rock and roll looked all right. But then I don't even understand how I was touching the board on the air. My legs were so straight. So I'm going to try for 3 tiddler airs. But I'm going to try to be tucked in more. That's the plan. Just pump up. Speed than I thought. Still shit. I know. Okay, here we go. Just like little squeaky grinds grabbing the nose, but bent low. Felt better, but was it better? These extreme close-ups are doing no one any favours. I'm still here on my own. Hugh is due to join me in a minute. And Warwick. Tiny drops of rain. Nothing that's showing on the ramp or making tracks. You know when it's dangerous if the board leaves tracks, wheel tracks. It's too wet to skate. Okay, the next mission is a 50-50. Mine are not on top, they're still like 45 degrees, but and my arm has this weird habit of flapping out behind me, which I'm trying to rein in. But if I can get a 45 degree 50-50 on that wall for you, I'll take it. Generally, just pick up some leaves here because they're scary. Generally, okay, I'm going to say this, hopefully unjinx myself. Generally 50-50s don't happen first time for me. They scare me, and it just shows that my feet, it's just because I don't skate vert enough. My feet aren't comfortable of knowing where the coping is. Like kinetically, synthesis between brain and feet. Like I know that's where the coping's going to be, and you can't see it. It's down there and you're looking where you're going, but your feet have to know when to change weight. Okay, and on a mini ramp, it takes my body seconds to work that out because I've spent nearly 40 years pissing about on mini ramps. But on here, it's such a new world. My feet are like, what the fuck are you doing up here in anti-gravity land? Jesus, get off the skateboard. That's what my brain is fighting against.
So what I'm going to do is kick turn first wall, second wall 50-50, and it's all in the brain. I've done them before, it's just going to happen. It's a lonely life. Right, 50-50. I mean, how interesting is that? I'd made it and jumped off, really. I didn't feel safe, I didn't feel solid. I felt like I was floating in the air. It's about weight. And you want to feel light and floaty, but at the same time, when your feet need it, you need to be 10 ton. And my feet tend to go light when it comes to the coping. And sometimes you need to push into them and be a grown-up. So, here we go. Okay, all right, sorry about that. I guess I might try for a little axle stall, although it's weird, I find them harder. Kind of like a pivot when they happen. Okay, let's try for a 50-50 again. Here we go. Felt weird there. Foot positioning. I wasn't in the pocket. I was not in the pocket like that. I think my foot was back and it feels a bit like doing a wheelie. So I dropped in weird there. You need to drop in toes on the pocket, turn it in and be in that pocket. I think I was too far back. Okay. Vertigo is still alive. Don't overthink it, don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. Skate. Skate like a fucking man, yeah, pretty shocking, but you know, I'll take them. I want to watch those two because I tried to fix my arm on the second one. Okay. Oh my god, it's a battle, but I love it. You know, I used to be quite good. I had a mini ramp in a barn and an outdoor MIDI fucking crazy ramp outdoors that was maybe 7 feet high. It wasn't vert and I couldn't do much on it, but so vert was a sort of once every 2 years thing. I would drop in and kick turn and go, oh my god, I dropped in. At Farnborough when I was a little kid, it's kind of like a 10-foot high ramp, maybe it was less, but it had vert, and I could weirdly, you know, do fakey ollies and stuff on that. And I used to watch Sean Goff and all that lot. And it was all I wanted to do, but I never lived really close to one and didn't have a car when I was a nipper before I moved to London and got into all the acting stuff. I couldn't drive, so I had to rely on lifts from other people, and the amazing Newbury skaters I hung out with were not vert orientated. So I didn't live anywhere near a street. I lived in the middle of nowhere. Me and my mate Jeremy used to say, hey, should we go skate the curb? And about half a mile from our homes was a curb. That was our street scene.
But you know, all the posters on my wall growing up were vertical skateboarding. And it turns out now, in nearly my 50s, the fear thing is more exciting than anything. When I skate mini ramps now, I'm sort of haunted by the ghosts of how good I used to be. Not that I was amazing, but I was good, you know? Thought I invented nollie blunts. I didn't, but it felt like it in my barn at 3 a.m. when I first did one. I used to be good, you know? And now when I skate mini ramps, I can't ollie blunt, I can't mayday anymore, I can't do so much that I used to do just as setups. It can make me sad, a little sad. Whereas vert, I so much as make it off a grind, a kick turn, a fucking rock and roll, I am stoked. I go home flying, so happy. So yeah, I don't get to skate it enough, but if I could, this is all I want to do. And weirdly, it hurts less because you wear these enormous knee pads. And basically when things go wrong, you go into a knee slide and they're very padded, and you actually, mini ramps, I'm often going 4 foot flat, ouch, 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 a lot. But here I tend, touch wood, to go home not too badly bruised. I've broken a rib here, I've broken a wrist here. So maybe I'm talking shit. So Warwick has turned up. Now I think I'm getting old. This specimen here is how old?
61.
61 and still addicted to vert. You used to skate vert bloody ages ago, didn't you?
Base 66.
Was that your first vert ramp?
No.
So I was trying to work mine out.
Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace. Okay.
But basics was my longest. I used to work down the road from there, so I went there every day for like,
oh my God,
about 8 years.
Amazing. And I've seen videos of this man doing inverts there, all sorts. And now we're just hanging on. But I was just saying to myself how I go home with anything on vert, and I'm stoked. And on mini ramps, sometimes I can get a bit sad about the stuff I used to be able to do. But here, I'm like, no, this is great. Anything. Okay, we shall carry on. Worst angle in the world, but I'm now trying to get fakie ollies back. So scary one is the fakie on this wall. Hey, and then I'll be trying to stay low enough to do the fakie ollie over there.
That gives you the speed you need doing that, doesn't it?
Totally. That was a big fail.
Yeah. It wasn't quite as the first one you did before that was slightly better.
Had a little bonk.
How are you racing?
What I mean it. When you're scared of front side, you're gonna stop being scared of front side. Great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Over your microphone. Right, you're in.
Okay, so the old man session continues. My backside airs, if we can call them that, have 3 flavours. Tiddlers, which are down here somewhere, and are very embarrassing but helpful. Then there's Bet Middlers, which make a little contact with the coping and occasionally get all the way out. And then there's Dirk Digglers, which are my bullshit big airs, which I've never landed. Well, one. Anyway, so my plan is 1 tiddler and 1 middler.
Let's go.
change the world, but I'm still standing. Okay. A lot of sessions feel like one step forward, two step back. I just have to reclaim what I can do, so I gradually get a rock and roll, rock fakie, teeny fakie ollie, my little baby backside airs, middle backside airs, a few bullshit big backside airs, frontside grind. Scares me. I've done one little tiddler of those today. Good day, I'll do 3 of them. 3 is the magic number. You feel like you've done something and do 3. I've done 2 middle backside airs. 1 more, I'd be really happy. But it's a good day. I haven't done my rock and roll slide, which is my newest thing, and it's inconsistent but an amazing feeling when it happens. But it's a good day. Lads are on the BMXs. Here he goes. Watch James go. Woo. A kick turn, my big trick. A 50-50 that I stay on. A middler, rock and roll, frontside grind, rock fakie, fakie ollie. It's the comp run.
All right.
Fucking comp run. Name it, shame it. Ah! 1 out of 6. Great session. Now off it all comes and drive home. Time flies when you're skating vert. No idea where the time goes, but progress made. I'm away for 2 weeks now, so it'll all slip back, and we'll come back to reclaim it in a couple of weeks.